Take one, Mark?
Thousands of years ago, the Earth was devastated by a battle between the gods. It was a war between good and evil, a war that would decide the fate of the world and plunged into centuries of darkness. Now the war is in danger of being fought once again. Only one mortal can stop it. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. No wait, that's Mad Max. Never mind.
Mortal Kombat! Finish them! Kano wins. You fucking beauty.
Mortal Kombat is directed by Simon McQuoid as his directorial feature debut and based on the video game phenomenon with a long history. But failed video game movie adaptations, I'm afraid, has a history that is just as long. Mortal Kombat 2021 attempts to break the mold, and in moments it does succeed, but ultimately the film's weak assorted characters and atrocious dialogue is what makes Mortal Kombat yet another example why video games don't translate well to film. Mortal Kombat starts in 17th century Japan. This prologue serves as a mini origin story to the fan favourite Scorpion and Sub-Zero characters. We see Sub-Zero lead a squad of assassins to kill the members of a rival ninja clan and eliminate Scorpion's bloodline. Scorpion defends himself against the assassins in a well choreographed fight, but fails to save his wife and son, who are killed during the attack. Sub-Zero wins his first confrontation with Scorpion, and to my surprise, there is some emotional weight when Scorpion carries himself to his murdered family before he is taken by the Netherrealm. Moments later, Raiden, another central character to the Mortal Kombat franchise, suddenly appears and takes Scorpion's surviving daughter to safety and continues the bloodline to present day. The introduction is a promising start, and what could have been an intriguing revenge plot that followed Scorpion through a brutal Mortal Kombat tournament. Instead, the film neglects this setup almost entirely and introduces a brand new character to the MK universe created specifically for this movie. Cole Young, played by Lewis Tan, is a MMA style fighter with too few fights left. We know this because Cole receives an absolute beating during his last cage fight. This is our new protagonist, who bears a birthmark in the shape of the Mortal Kombat symbol on his chest. With 97 characters available to choose from MK's running lore, I don't know why the filmmakers chose to have an entirely new character as their lead protagonist. It's a risk that I felt failed to pay off, as Cole Young isn't particularly interesting. In fact, most of the characters on screen lack any sort of real depth. They are only recognised by name and appearance. The film relies on pre-existing fans to already have a connection with that playable character, which is all well and good for fan service, but anyone like myself who hasn't played a Mortal Kombat game since MK4 on the original Sony, or worse yet, entirely new to the franchise, as an audience, we're not going to care or even remember what happened to which character. Kano, an Australian mercenary and member of the international crime cartel known as the Black Dragon, stands out as the most colourful character. Australian actor Josh Lawson brings out his most Aussie performance for comic relief that's borderline stereotypical. As an Australian myself, I find his batch of malarkey an embarrassment. Yeah, nah, fuck off. He's the best fucking part.
You fucking beauty.
When there's a lack of Kano in the second half, the film really suffers from not establishing that character development earlier. Look, maybe I'm expecting too much. After all, it is a Mortal Kombat movie based on a fighting game that isn't exactly known for its elaborate storytelling. So how does it hold up as an action movie? Well, it's good, but not great. The confrontation between Sub-Zero and Scorpion at the beginning and end is the main event. That's the good stuff. But all the other fights are either held at night or in darkly lit areas. Who knows what's going on? Not to mention, there's far too many close-ups and cuts for this kind of movie. If melee combat is a major theme, I would at least expect one fight to stand out on a technical achievement, such as the one-take boxing match in 2015's Creed, or the beautifully choreographed and highly motivated final fight in 2011's The Raid. Mortal Kombat fails to come close to this standard, but having said that, what MK gets absolutely right is the brutal fatalities inspired directly from the source material. The special effects should definitely get an honourable mention, particularly the ice crystals from Sub-Zero. The moment when Sub-Zero catches the shotgun pellets mid-firing is visually stunning, and the Goro character, who is entirely made CG, was actually better than I thought it would look from what I saw in the movie's trailer. Sure, there's a couple hiccups like any film that requires CG, but overall, it's pretty damn good. Director Simon McCoy, who came from directing chalky milk commercials,
Oak, kill hungry, thirsty, dead,
should be congratulated in transitioning to feature films of this magnitude. Mortal Kombat is more than a competently made film, it just suffers from a weak script. I'm excited to see what is next for McCoy, whether it's more Mortal Kombat or a new direction. Mortal Kombat is at its best when it's viewed with the correct audience. If you're a fan of the video games, then you should absolutely watch it. It's the best film adaptation to date, go check it out. Although I failed to connect with this Mortal Kombat, if there should be a sequel or a future spin-off, I would like to see an actual tournament and focus on one main character. I'm giving Mortal Kombat 2021 2 Chalk Tops out of 5. If you like the podcast, you can support it by subscribing and sharing your thoughts with your own review. Follow Good Morning Movies on Instagram, where I upload movie trivia daily. Thanks for listening, I'm Josh Tyndall, and this is Good Morning Movies.